Hello and welcome back to Marine for TCG. My name is Joe. Drink of the day is lime cordial, and today I've been playing some games with the new P Enel. This deck seems quite technical. All the different events and the little effects you can do to rest things, reduce power, freeze things with the lightning dragon. It's a really cool deck. I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would, to be honest. And this is the list that I've started playing with. I'm playing 4 of each of the best priests. Ohm gives you some power down when he attacks, which is cool. Satori is probably my favourite. Just get that extra knowledge with the stack too. And then Shura has Rush, which can be very, very clutch. I'm also on 2 of the Heavenly Warrior, and I'm not playing Gadatsu. Because I'm playing Pudding instead. Pudding searches top 4 for any Sanji or event. So you can search all of your Enel events. There's 20 of them. So your hit rate pretty high. And I'm also playing 2 of the Sanji 2K. He's come up like once or twice. He's been alright. It's a little blocker in matchups that aren't mirror, obviously. You can just dump this for 3, which is pretty cool. And even in mirror, you can play it for 6. It's not the worst if you whiff Enel, as may happen in one of the games in this video. Sanji is a very backup replacement. Another backup replacement I was trying is the Rosian Law. The idea of this one is it's a 6/8 blocker and it draws a card when you play it. Hasn't really come up, I'm not going to lie. I'd rather play these Enels, I think. And I've not really had a situation where this has been the only 6-drop in my hand on 6. Because you usually either see an Enel in your opening hand, you draw into one with one of these priests, or the odds of this being the only one's quite low. So I think next time I play, I'd potentially drop this for a couple of copies of Varie, which is the other event that I'm not actually playing. It's a 0-cost event, it just gives +2 cost. It's not that big. It can be relevant to certain breakers. If there's anything that particularly freezes like a 6 or a 7, like Carrot can freeze your Enels otherwise. But I don't know, this effect doesn't seem great, but it's still a draw one and it's still a 2k. So I think I'll be tempted to try a couple of these over the Rosnantine Laws, or even maybe 2 of the Gadatsu. This guy, he's an extra priest. His on KO is pretty irrelevant, but he is an extra priest to guarantee see stuff in your early game. The 2 big Enels, this one can become a blocker. I'm not huge on this one. I think the secret one is much better because it finds your next Enel. You do a top 5 dig, you grab whatever you like, and then you have to trash one from your hand. So you don't go hand neutral on this card, but he's good enough already. He's a 6/10, right? That can't be removed, and he finds you whatever you want. Often you're going to be using this to try and put together event combos. One that's quite relevant in many matchups is comboing Divine Departure to give -8 with either L4 to just blow something up, or Marmaragon to rest it if it is protected. For example, into a Lucy deck, you can use Divine Departure to reduce their Sabo 7/9 guy to 1k, then just blow it up with L4. Or into a Mirror, you can use Divine Departure to reduce their Enel to 2k, rest it with Marmaragon, and then start attacking it with all your small units, or even just your leader. So the Divine Departure, I'm big. This has been very, very impressive. And it's also a 0 cost, which sort of fixes one of the other issues that this deck can have, in that I'm actually only on 10 2Ks in this build, although if you had more Varies, not the case. But these event 2Ks and Varie only protect your leader and your 6-drop Enel. So if you do want to defend your little weenies, which sometimes you will, often you just don't care, but sometimes you will be in spots where you just need an extra guy on the board. These 2Ks not being usable to defend them is a little awkward. These events, L4 is the only one that does not draw a card. It gives you 1000 power literally out of nowhere, and then pops a 3k. If you combine this with Divine Departure, you can hit some really big thresholds, although you do go -2 in hand, which is kind of relevant. The extra 1000 power is also just nice. It lets you hit a bit harder. Sometimes let you hit over blockers to get cards out your opponent's hand, which works quite well. And then it's also 2k. Lightning Beast Chiton is a reducer. It can reduce things into the range of Marmaragon. You can also just cycle this one out to just give something -1 to make battle a little bit easier and draw 1. It's also a 2k. So I think these 2 and these 2 are always 4-offs. Lightning Dragon freezes a 6k power unit. That's huge. Getting rid of a mid-range body into all kinds of decks is great. And I would definitely not be on less than 4 of this. And this also draws a card. And then finally, Marmaragon is on -2, whereas all the other ones are on -1. But this can rest a 5000 power unit. which you can then combo with Lightning Dragon. You can combo with resting a blocker and killing your opponents. You can combo with Divine Departure to then remove something by battle. And the counter effect is also just literally a free 1k. Because you give 1k to anything, and then draw a card. So it's just a free. This is probably the best of the events. Then Lightning Dragon. Then, I don't know, these two are pretty close. If we're not counting Divine Departure. Because this is cracked. I think this deck's strong. It's been hard for me to ascertain exactly how strong. Because I've been playing on Raftel for about 2.5, 3 hours. And I'm not going to lie, pretty much every game, my opponents have either DC'd or left early. So, I can't lie, I've struggled to get footage for this video. And I'll probably have another Enel video in a week or so, once I actually get some better games. And certainly once this guy gets on the sim. But I just wanted to play a few games with him today. And I thought I'd share them with you. Going to Krieg, we're going second. Only one drop, no secret Enel, that's a mulligan. We've got a couple of 1-drops. It's only one good one, though. Again, not the best hand. But that's okay. We'll at least have a playable 6-drop. This might be a pretty tough matchup, though, right? Because all our weenies don't really do anything. Because of his leader effect. He can just rest this. There's no point in playing it until we need it to be a blocker. Let's just end the turn. Yeah, his leader effect is going to make it really awkward for us, I think. We're just going to need to draw as many of those big Enels as possible, because they're just really big, right? I imagine for 3, we'll just see a swing of 8. Maybe he has some searchers. I don't think they play too much low-cost stuff. I did see Nezumi last time I played against a Krieg. Yeah, we're going to take that. 6-cost Enel is perfect. That's what we wanted to see on our 6th-on turn. This is reduced, right? Yeah. Oh, he doesn't have any East Blue characters right now. Oh, because he has none. Our character is not debuffed. That's important. I'm going to play this now just to get a little bit of value. I don't feel like cycling out any of these events because we have a good play for next turn. Choose the main effect. Active effect. Add $1 active. Add $2 rested. 1, 2, 3. Confirm. So we'll go 6-7. 6-7 seems good. Go 6, attack. Do I want these? Having the Satori actually seems good. No, we don't need the 1-drops, do we? We don't need the 1-drops. The Lightning Dragon could be okay. We've already got one. Let's just put them to the bottom. I don't think we want these. I think we just want to chain Enels. Let's go Enel. He gives us 2k there with the Mihawk. Cool. Attached on. And then we'll attack for 7. Yeah, because once he does get an East Blue character, which I assume he will this turn. Yeah. Let's see what one he gets. Morgan, Alvida, I think are the 5-drops. Could also have Arlong, I suppose. It's an interesting thing here, because we don't have a rested Don. He's kind of got to kill Satori to meet the condition to be able to put a Don on his leader. It's kind of... Oh, unless he just has the Arlong. In which case, it's fair enough. We don't actually have a 2k either, so... I guess we're taking this 6. Another 6-drop. I like the 6-drops, but... Okay, it's Pearl. Which one was this one? Yes, this is a 6k. Cool. L4 is the one that pops a 3k. I'm still learning all these cards, man. So many cards. Let's go with this. Activate the effect. Return 1. Confirm. What do we want? We've got a lot of 6-drops. I don't think we need any more 6-drops. I think we just want some... Probably don't want these weenies either. Divine Departure could be nice to help deal with his board. Got 2 Mama Robins already. Let's take a Divine Departure for a bit of flexibility. Then we'll just stack like that. And then from hand, I'll trash 1 Rosinante and Law. Confirm. Now, if we use leader effect, we can swing 5-5. Is it better than just swinging 6? Kind of not really. It's kind of neither here nor there. If I use this, we get to swing. It's only 5-6. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Could use this and Mama Organ to rest this, but again, I feel like that's not worth it. Let's just go with the stack, and then we'll just go with 6 from lead. It's whatever. Don't mind more Divine Departures. Kind of like more events, just to find some more 2Ks though. So I think I'll bottom deck these. Main effects, active effect. Add 1 Don as active. Doesn't matter. No, we just don't give anything the Don, right? Yeah, we just don't give anything the Don, because then you can fucking rest it. Yeah, I guess I could have put him on Satori. Maybe it's best to put him on Satori. Either way. 6 on 5. He can give us a 2k block and give us a 1k block and sack, but I think that would be a bad choice. Does block 1k? I would assume a 1k here. Yeah, it does give us a 1k. Do we want to freeze it? Do we want to freeze the Pearl? Not really. I think we can use this better on something else. Yeah. Freeze one of his actual threats. Morgan. No Gin. Let's have the Morgan. Decent card. Put another Don on our blocker. So you're going to rest the Divine Soldier? Sure. How useful actually is this? I don't think it's that useful. This is probably a 2k in this game. Does he attack this? He attacks Satori. I mean, that's fine. Yeah, you can have Satori. I don't quite know why Satori died there, but he did. He's attacking the blocker with Pearl, sure. That's fine. Now, do we want to play Rosie and Law this turn, or just another Enel? Another Enel feels pretty good, right? Feels pretty good. It lets us swing for 6 with lead, which is important, because if we just swing 5, I suppose we could freeze the Morgan. I don't really know. I don't really know. He's going to 9 next turn, so his big Krieg's going to be online soon. That we're going to want a Divine Departure. I think we want to get down an Ohm this turn as well, potentially. Maybe we use this. Just to buff our leader to 6 so that we can swing over Morgan. Let's go with this. Main effects. Active effect. Turn 1 Don. Confirm. What do I want to trash? Probably just another Rosnante in Law. I think it's just another Rosnante in Law. I think they are just worse than the Enels, but they do go plus a cards. There's something to be said for it. This is an 8 coach. Kind of crazy. Let's go with L4. There's nothing to kill, but we do get the 1k. We get... What did we get off the top? Oh, does this one not draw? Shit, this is the one that doesn't draw. Oh, well. Start attack. Here. Attack target. 6 on 6. So it's 6 on 5. No block. Does he have a counter event? 2 1Ks. He really doesn't want me to take out this Morgan, huh? He really does not want me to take out this Morgan. It's fair. Can't argue with it. Add 1 Don as active, and then we'll add 1 Don as rested. 1, 2, 3, 4. Confirm. Now I'll swing very, very large and deal a damage. Cool. Then we'll play Ohm. Use the Ohm effect. Activate. -1. Confirm. Draw pudding. Okay. And then we pass. We've got a 10k blocker, which is nice. Can get out of a big swing that way. We've got 2 MrMaCHONACHOMans. But the MrMaCHONACHOMans are also nice for when we want to rest his stuff, right? They are nice for that. But we do need the power down. Some kind of power down. Which is... I forget what the other event is. They're not L4. That's so many fucking events, man. The Ohm does power down as well, though. Which is good. -1k. Look at that. Very, very nice. Yeah, Kuro. Sure. So he's going to freeze our secret Enel. Yeah, sure. One weird thing about us having all the Don on our characters is that obviously it's already there, so he can use his effects, but there's none in here. So he couldn't physically rest this if he wanted to, because we don't have enough Don. It's really bizarre. I hadn't really thought about it. 6, I'll block. So, will this attack for 7? Maybe. I think we'll just block. If he wants it to attack. Because if it does attack, we can just freeze it with the Lightning Dragon, which I think might be a good play this turn. That's a mistake. It's a 4k, sir. Sir, this is a Wendy's. Could have swung 5, but... 6, sure. This is going to be a blocker. That's not what we can do. We can Divine Departure it. I guess I should have kept this L4. Then we could combine it with Divine Departure, right? We could combine it with MrMaCHONACHOMan, though. That's not the worst. This is frozen, right? Yeah, this is frozen. Let's take down to 2. Maybe a little greedy, but we'll see. Get a Sure off the top. So we want to take out this turn. We only have 2 swings. If we play the Sure, we have an extra swing. Which is notable. So I think what we want to do is... So we're going to use the Divine Departure. We're going to put all the Dons on Ohm from Leader Effect. So I think the 1 Don also wants to go on Ohm. Let's attach 1 Don to Ohm. Then we'll use Divine Departure. Reduce this Kuro to 0. Into -1 even. Even better. Then we'll go MrMaCHONACHOMan. Confirm. Rest this. Draw Satori there. It's okay. Then we'll go with the main effect. No, we're gonna... Having no Don in our cost area is good for us, because then he can't piss about with it. So yeah, using a Don -2 here would actually be beneficial for us. Is this just Don -1? This is just Don -1. Yeah, so let's use the main effect. Active effect. Add 1 Don as active. Add 1 Don as rested. Then we'll put the 4 rested Don on Ohm. Then we go 5 here, reduce this to -2. Then we play out Shura, ram into this. 5 again. This probably goes into Morgan, and then we can freeze Pearl. I think this makes sense. Maybe you disagree, but that's what I'm going with. That's what I'm going with. I can even freeze Morgan and just push him to 0. We'll see where... Let's do this Shura first. What do we draw? We draw an L4. Oh, does that change anything? Not this turn. Not this turn. So we're definitely attacking 0 to -2. Okay, with that. Cool. Then we'll go 5 leader. Takes the damage. That makes me want to push him to 0 now. Yeah. Yeah, we push him to 0 and then pop the Morgan. Push him to 0, pop the Morgan. Or freeze the Morgan, you know what I mean. Yeah, the Lightning Dragon on the Morgan. Obviously can't KO it, you know. Yep, takes the final damage, and then we'll go 0 Don, Lightning Dragon. Use this, activate the effect, remove one of these Don, confirm, freeze this, confirm, and turn. So Morgan's stuck. Pearl basically can't attack, because if it does, well, good fucking luck. The Dons are all on Ohm, so we both can't give any of our shit a Don until he takes out Ohm. And the Dons are also not just like on the board, so that the Enels like end up vulnerable to Krieg or something. But with the amount of 2Ks in our hand, we're in a pretty good spot anyway. We got the L4. The Lightning Kitten off the top was lovely as well. This is the reducer that I was trying to think of. Lightning Kitten. Yeah, it gives minus 1000 power. So this is going to be important to combine with MrMaCHONaCHOMan to rest the Pearl, potentially. On our next turn. If we even need it. He's only got 6 cards in hand. It's not that many. Puts 1 Don on his Krieg. 6-2. Yeah, he sees what the problem here is for him. We do have to let that go, unfortunately, and now we have 4 rested Don. But he sees the problem he had. It's quite funny. It's quite funny. Because there were just no Don on the board. Really bizarre. Another Kuro. Okay. So we can freeze one of our Enels and have another blocker. It's not the worst. We might be able to win this turn. We might have to go again. Yeah, puts 2 on the Enel and then can freeze the Enel. Pearl, there's no way Pearl attacks. This does actually make it a little bit more awkward for us to rest this as well, because it's 7k, right? 7k is a pretty big threshold. Quite funny that he had to take out the just ate an attack, because he doesn't want to attack these weenies, because they're not that good into him, but he had to. Just put 3 on there. I don't really think he needed to, but it is what it is. Mate, he's using Morgan's effect. Sure. Does he have some way to rest this? To freeze this even? This is frozen, right? And at the end of this turn, up to one of your opponent's rested characters through or more given Dom will not become active. Oh, it's an end of turn effect. I didn't realise it worked like that. Yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting. Well, I think we're going to struggle to win because he's got 2 Don open for events. We also don't have any freeze cards, which is a little annoying. We don't really have any power reduction either. I think just play out another Enel is going to be the answer. All these blockers, Loki kind of annoying because we don't have any unblockable in this deck, obviously. Yeah, I'm not seeing an answer other than just play another Enel. Do the main effect. Confirm. I'll trash Satori. Confirm. I wonder if we have a pudding to try and find another lightning beast or the lightning dragon to try and freeze this Morgan again. That could be interesting. Let's activate the main effect. One Don is active. What if we just put them all on here and then don't attack with it? It's interesting. Could just put them all on here and just bomb something. And then it's hard for him to get them into the rest area, the cost area anyway. Yeah, we're likely just bombing Pearl. But that's okay. Well, this can attack as well. No, this is the one we played this turn. Yeah, so we've only got one that can attack. There's no point attacking with lead. Let's go with the pudding. Hopefully find... not that. Don't really care. If we use 2 of these, we could rest the Kuro. And then we get to swing... No, we still just get munted by Pearl. Block with that. We could take this out if we want to block, or if we want to expend resources into resting this Pearl. Can we just win, actually? If we Lightning Beast Kite and then Marmarog and this, we lose a Don on here. We get to swing 11 lead. I don't think it's that bad a shout. At the very minimum, we get the 2 events, and then he's down to 3 cards. At the very least, we get the 2 4K for the Krieg events. There's a 4K. Does he actually have 2 of them? Because that would be very good if he does. No, we get 3 cards. Okay, that's solid. He's down to 2. We end the turn. We've got a big blocker. I think it's going to be hard for him to kill us because all our Don are either in... Actually, below 6 Don. It's so bizarre, man. This deck's really technical. And this deck's really cringe. But next turn, I think we just go with some kind of weird split. That's what I'm getting, I think. It's odd. I don't think he can kill us. Not with a blocker, 2 lives, and the amount of... I keep trying to press H to sort the hand. That's not going to work. Yeah, we don't have any more rests, though. How many Marmarogans have I used? I've used 2. Maybe I should have just put the 4 on the Shura. We'd have been able to keep those 2 events in hand. 15? Where is this? Is this a... This is a Hail Mary. I'm going to try and kill your Enel. Skip block. Confirm. And just L Thor again. Confirm. And then we'll go counter. An interesting play. I'd have at least swung 5 first and does just concede. Okay. I'll take the win. I wonder what... one thing, if the developers of this game are watching, I'd love to see what's in his hand. So I got to assume he had nothing, right? I got to assume he had nothing, but I would love to be able to verify what's in their hand at the end of the game. And also be able to see the board. Just get rid of this victory screen so I can see the board again. That'd be really cool. But either way, I'm thankful for the app. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to be greedy or insult anyone, but that'd be a cool feature. Either way, nice to get a win to Krieg. I have no idea if this matchup is supposed to be favoured or not. And I have no idea if I made a bunch of mistakes. But it is what it is. Got a mirror match, and I'm taking first. I think this Divine Departure is going to be important. We have Ur1 up, we have Enel, but I'm really looking for Secret Enel. So I'm going to mulligan. We don't hit it. Let's go with the Shura. Use this, activate the effect, stop -1, confirm. It's not very helpful. Yeah, we got that one, we got this one. He's got the Ohm. Draws 1. Also has a Tory, yeah. He's got a good start. He's got a good start. We need to find an Enel. We simply don't have one. Let's go to the Satori. Firm. Sure. I think I'm going with all of these because I'm not looking for events. I'm looking for Enels. I'm not looking for... We need an Enel. Oh, we don't get one. Main effect. Active effect. Wandon is active. Maybe I've been greedy on that gamble, huh? You can play Wandon for a pudding, but... we'll just put the 4 rested here. Because this has rush. Probably have to play the pudding to get another card out the deck. Go 5 and 5. We can at least use the Satori next turn to get a little bit more knowledge. But whiffing Enel would be crazy. Don't even have a Rosie in law. Which is the other one that I'm choosing to play. Gives us an Ohm, sure. We'll go 6. He'll take, I imagine. Yep. And then we'll drop the pudding. Oh, we only bottom deck 1 6-drop, so that could be worse. Don't think we want this. I'm going to take a MrMaCHONaCHOMan. Then we'll end the turn. Yeah, worst case, we can do Satori. Just limp swing, and then use one of these to draw a card if we see a 6-drop. But going first and then whiffing Enel is kind of crazy. It is what it is. It is what it is. Sure. Nice. I can kill all Shura. Let's put them on the Shura. So we're going to see like 6, 7. I imagine he'd attack into this Shura, right? Yeah, seems good. Yeah, we'll definitely let that go. I'm not interested in countering that. If it is now 6, 6, then yeah, we're just going to take the first one. It's not what I want. It's not what I want at all. I can't take again, right? But if I don't draw... If we don't find it now, we're in such deep shit. I mean, we can at least play that for 6, but I don't think I really want to. Spooky times. Come on, top deck or Satori, sort me out. Sort me out. I'm giving it a big think of whether we want to attack with the Satori. I think we do just draw a blocker. So let's start attack into Ohm. Attack the Ohm. Oh, and they're both bad. Right, what do we do now? What do we do now? I guess we can play Sanji for 6. Oh, it's so bleak. I don't even want these really at this point. We're going to have to be the counter. We can deal with his board this turn. To limit his aggression, at least. I don't really care about these. Let's just put them to the bottom. See if he defends this Ohm. Oh my gosh. Ohm is gone. Right, so we need to blow up Satori with the L4, which is this one? Yes. We need to play Sanji first. It's not good, but I want to get something down. Right? Let's play this. Use this. Activate the effect. Dom -1. Confirm. We'll buff up Shura. Okay, this. We're going to have to play Weenie Police. Attack 3-2. If he chooses to defend this, we definitely slam the Enel 5-2. Gonna Divine Departure to save this Ohm with his Shura. Wow. I mean, I don't know if I think that's right, but I'll take it. And I'll go 5-2. Like, you're surely not countering this one. I think that's a little crazy. But one thing to note with this deck is they don't play a lot of 2Ks that can defend their dudes. They don't play a lot of 2Ks that can defend their dudes. Imagine if this was an elbow, right? We'd be in such a dominant position with this hand. If this just wasn't shitty Sanji. Even if it was Rosie and Law, we'd have drawn an extra card. We'd have a big blocker. So much better than this Sanji. But hey, he's here. That's what he's here for, right? He's here as an emergency backup. Main effect, active effect, and one on as active. Confirm. 1, 2, 3, 4 on Pudding. And then I don't really want to play a Divine Soldier, so I think we'll just attach another Don. And then attack for 7. Make it awkward for him if he wants to stay at 4, which I don't think he will. I think he'll just go down to 3, but that's fine. Then we're on the same life, and we have sort of a much better board and similar cards in hand. Although he is going into his Enel turn. And we're going to have to play Board Police. We're going to have to Divine Departure and then Mama Ragan. That's the combo, right? You put one Don on. You play, not Lightning Dragon, Divine Departure. Reduces Enel to 2k. Mama Ragan his ass. This is the one that rests a 5,000 power unit. So we can rest his Enel. And then we can just attack into it with all our small units. That's the strat. Anyway. This one doesn't have... Which one's this one? This is the... Yeah, it's just minus 1k power. This is a bit mid in the matchup. I think this is mostly a 2k. He's going to use Mama Ragan and then give us a 2k. Okay, so he's on Varier. I'm surprised he wanted to stay at 4 lives there. But it is what it is. We're all new to these decks. We're all just figuring stuff out. Maybe he's figured it out better than me. I'm sure he's figured out how to draw a 6-drop Enel better than me, but... It is what it is. It is what it is. I'm hoping he can't deal with this Sanji. I'm really hoping he can't deal with the Sanji, because I think the Sanji is going to be important for us. But yeah, surely we don't both whiff 6-drop Enel. That'd be very funny if we do. But if he didn't have one, there's no way you don't gamble on taking that life. He doesn't have it. Have it. What is going on, my man? What is going on? Have we both whiffed 6-drop Enel? This is a bizarre game. Okay, maybe he's drawn it now because he uses leader effect immediately. Did he draw it off the Shura? He did draw an Enel off the Shura. Good, 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 good. Okay, yeah, this can be a block if he wants it to, but this Shura's only going to be able to attack into our little guys. He does make it a blocker. What does he trash? Trashes the Satori. I don't care about this being a blocker. It's going to die. It's absolutely going to die, and I'm going to defend all my weenies here as well, I think. Yeah, I'm just going to give a 1k with the Divine Soldier. Yeah, skip block. Give the Divine Soldier. Resolve. Because this 5 we can just free block with Sanji, because he's a goat. What a guy. What a guy. Big guy. This guy is down to 3 in hand. I really think he should have took that 4th life. I really do. Because I feel like we're just in such a good spot here. We can take out this Shura again. We can take out his Enel, no problem. And we're going to get probably 1 to 2 damage through as well. Which is just really nice. It's just really nice. Once he eventually works out how to pass the turn. Yeah, no. Block attack. Resolve. Just waste of time. Just a waste of time. Making sure we know, though. Making sure we know that it's a blocker, I guess. I guess he could stun it. Now with the... is it this one? Is it this one? Yeah, I guess he can stun it if he wants, but I can't think I'd take that. Maybe I would let Satori go. No, the knowledge is good, though. That's an interesting one, actually. I didn't think about it as much. I thought he was just trolling, but if he has the lightning dragon... That's an interesting proposal, actually. That is interesting. No, fair play to him. That's better than I thought. That's better than I thought. Okay, I thought he was about to DC. I was about to get tilted because so many people have just been leaving their games on this sim. Oh, we do find this, but I think we have to play catch up now. As soon as he whiffs an Enel, we get to dump this. But also, to be fair, given that he had to Shura to get this, it's kind of unlikely he has one next turn. So let's attach 1 Don to our leader. Is that where I want the Don? I think it's... I don't really know just yet, but I think it's a safe enough bet. Just going to do that. I'm going to do Divine Departure. Activate the effect. Rest this. Or reduce this, excuse me. Then we're going to do MrMaCHONaCHOMan. Activate the effect. 1, 2. Confirm. Rest this. Confirm. Then we're going to just start swinging into it. We'll attack with Satori. 2 on 2. Get the stack going. Don't think I really want either of these. Let's just ship them out. I don't really want those cards. Do I want to play the Divine Soldier this turn? I don't think so. Enel goes down. That's incredible. We'll go 2 to 2 with the Shura. If he has a Wonka, I think he should defend this. Because all of these are going to be really, really large. They're all going to be really large. It's been an interesting game. We got the better curve first, but we whiffed the Enel, so it kind of evened out, right? Main effects. Active effect. Add 1 Don as active. 1 Don as rested. And then put 4 on pudding. And we'll go 6 to Enel. I think if he takes this, we go 7. If he counters this, I think I swing 6 with the Sanji. But getting him down to 2 here, I think is a good enough turn. I'd quite like to keep the... Do I want to keep the blocker? He can stun it if he wants, but... No, maybe it's worth just attacking. He's already used a couple of events, not that many. Only actually 1 2k event. A lot of priests. Yeah, I think from this position we're in a really good spot though. We haven't got any Enels on the board, which is always the weird one, right? But having the Divine Departure MrMaCHONaCHOMan combo to get rid of his guy was very good. It was very good. And we got to play a Sanji at least. He's not the worst. Oh dear. He's timed out. I think we're in a good position from here. I think it sort of showed how I expect the mirror to be played, even if we didn't get to see the full game. I'm not going to lie, I've been sitting here for about an hour and a half so far. I have not had a single game finish to conclusion. Everyone's either DC'd or left, which is not great. I wasn't having this issue when I played last time. I don't know what's going on at the minute. Maybe the servers are shitting their pants or something, but I think that game sort of showed how I think the mirror should be played, at least from... Realistically, we were playing second because we didn't get to drop an L first, but hey, weird game. So thank you for watching. What do you think of the deck? What do you think of the list? I definitely think the Rosian lore is a bit... maybe more testing needed, but it's not come up yet. The Sanji's been nice, just having extra 2Ks, extra touches off your pudding, which is cool. And there was that one game right into the Enel where I just whiffed on Enels, so we dumped a Sanji, he was here, it was okay. It is just establishing something on 6, it is important. I think some other cards you could look to include are the Mino Chihuahua. This is just a rush unit, right? It's a big rush unit as well. You play this, you put your leader effect on it. This guy's swinging for 9k. That's no joke. That is no joke. So I think Mino Chihuahua, unironically, could be an interesting shout. It gives you something to do with your Don on your lethal turn. You can, like, play this, and then maybe you need to play a Mama Robin to rest their blocker. Well, at least you're not just minusing Don or giving them the opportunity to block first. You have a useful body to play in. I think he's kind of cool. Gamma Knife is, again, an option. I'm not sure this is... I think it's just worse than Divine Departure, but it's an option. And finally, you have Holy Infuser. This Holly gives your Ohms double attack and this character, and it's a nice sort of mid-range body. If you can dump this on your second turn, which is much easier if you're going second. Even just this being like a 4k with double attack, you can then put 4 Don on it. The thing... my issues in my head with this card is that it goes -1, whereas everything else in the deck replaces itself, so that's a little weird. And if your opponent is able to remove it, you lose a lot of value, right? So if they remove your Ohm or your Satori, like, sure, you've used removal on a 1-drop. But a 3-drop's kind of relevant for this deck. That's half our Dom. So I'm not sure about the Holly and the Fuser just yet, but they are certainly cards that I want to test. I think the Holly seems better than the Fuser, but I don't know. It remains to be seen. Maybe this being unblockable could actually be useful. It's in that Krieg game, I was hankering for some unblockable. Interesting. Either way, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day.